Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I really enjoyed the first two episodes. I thought they were a lot of fun. I really enjoy Walker Scobell as Percy Jackson. I think he's very charismatic, very easy to root for. And so far I really am enjoying, the setting of the world that they've put him in, and the adventure that he's about to go on seems like it's going to be a fun time. If you guys are curious, I've reacted to the first two episodes already on the channel, so if you haven't seen those, definitely check them out. I have a whole playlist for the Percy Jackson series set up, so follow the playlist, know when I upload. But this episode, it appears that we are going to be leaving camp already. I kind of thought we were going to spend some more time in camp, but we're going to be leaving camp to start off on this adventure. We're seemingly going to meet Medusa, I think, in this episode, potentially, which, I've only seen the movie, and I feel like that was a huge thing in the movie, so the fact that it's happening so early is kind of surprising, but I'm in it. I'm ready. I'm excited to see what happens. So, before we jump into this, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full-length reaction, consider checking out my Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, let's watch another episode of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Or is this an attic? What is this?
Hi, I'm Percy. It's nice to meet you.
What the frick? Who's this old ass lady?
Oh, jeez. You seem busy. I'll come back.
Oh, an oracle. Interesting. I would run. That's horrifying.
Come on. Really?
You shall go west.
Why pick him?
The Oracle has confirmed what we expected. The entrance to Hades' domain lies under the city of Los Angeles.
That makes sense.
This is where you will journey to,
Of course, Los Angeles would be the pit of hell.
from which you will choose two to join you on this quest and ensure that we succeed.
Annabeth.
Annabeth, Luke, bunch of NPCs.
Customarily, one waits to at least hear a name or two before choosing.
Yeah,
Are you sure
he's
you
already
don't
heard
hear
her
no?
name before.
And if the mission required someone to push me down a flight of stairs for it to succeed, you'd want someone who won't hesitate when they do it.
She'll kill me, no problem.
Now on to the other candidates.
Grover. Oh, he wasn't even chosen?
I've been,
Busy. Cleaning up poop.
shoveling his poop. So, who'd you choose to go with you?
You.
You.
Funny.
You're besties, remember?
Why?
You shall be betrayed by the one who calls you friend and fail to save what matters most in the end.
I trust you.
Oh, he trusts you to betray him.
I'm gonna pack the best snacks.
Whew. Tricky. Yo, how many people fall into that little thing of water?
I brought you this.
What is it? Oh, some Converse. Let's go.
Well, these are
You're not going to offer a lot of support, though.
interesting.
Maya.
Interesting.
Just take care of each other out there.
Also, if someone's gonna betray him, easier to overpower Grover.
She's really gonna miss that tree, huh?
It's a good tree.
Thalia turned back to fight to buy her friends some time. Her satyr protector tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. So, at the last moment, Zeus intervened to save her life and changed her form.
The most powerful being in the universe's best idea to save his daughter's life.
Was to turn her into a tree?
She fought valiantly, and she met a hero's fate.
And now she's a
She
tree.
met a pinecone's fate.
Heroes' quests are world-defining events. They have made and broken empires, altered the course of human civilization, changed the balance of power on Olympus.
They only gave you guys $200? You're gonna run out of that so fast. They should have given you like a debit card just with unlimited funds on it.
Who thinks that we should all go get to breathe fresh air and buy our own snacks?
There's no voting. Chips and soda's okay for you guys?
I don't think you should just get to decide we don't vote.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I really don't want to be a tiebreaker. I have a better idea.
Why are you clapping?
Oh golly, the road's getting bumpy because I got me some friends who just can't get along. Oh dear.
Why are you singing?
Singing this
Dude,
song.
what are you doing?
It's a consensus song. Verse 2 encourages us to say nice things about each other. You get a few rounds in, and you'd be amazed at how disagreements just kind of...
No. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's I'm vetoing that. You struggling to make a decision? Damn, you just getting all of it. Okay.
It's important to remember that if you've ever got to confront one. Wherever your armor is weakest, that monster is probably coming right for it.
No one else noticed that happen? Megan Mullally, you just chilling on this bus?
If you guys were better at your job, I might not have noticed you here so easily.
If Thalia were better at hers, there might not be a family of squirrels making her their home.
Goddamn. Savage.
I'm here to collect your friend.
Collect them? For what?
No, I don't question orders. Bring him in, quick and quiet. We both know he isn't going to be of any help to you, and maybe even a hindrance.
Guys, you need to open that window. Now!
I don't think these windows are supposed to... Oh, no.
Everyone, leave your belongings and exit the front of the bus.
What?
Annabeth, let's go!
I thought the plan was to keep them on the bus. That lady wants you off.
We're done here. Let's go.
Okay, why can't you just throw that knife at her, too? Probably left your snacks on the bus and everything.
We were sent on a quest by the Oracle, by the gods. Would you think it would be easy? It's supposed to be hard. That's why only certain people are chosen. If we call camp, we're basically saying it was a mistake to choose us.
Sure, if you say so.
Afraid of who I am? I'm not afraid.
Yes, you are. You aren't just a kid. We have to move forward, whether you like it or not, whether you want to or not.
You don't want to call camp? Fine. Then at least let's call your mom.
Excuse me?
Athena?
I'll call your mom. Meditate. Medicate.
Why don't we ask her for help?
Grover, will you explain to your friend that he needs to pull himself together?
You can't ask her, can you?
No.
Grover,
I don't know why you keep pulling him into this. He's on my side.
what makes you think that?
He's my protector. It's his job.
He was my protector first.
First? What do you mean first?
Awkward.
Hamburgers.
In the forest? That's probably not good. You probably don't want to follow that smell. Okay. Why is there a random ass cafe gas station in the forest? Oh, this is Medusa's house. Got it. I understand now. Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Please, while we still can.
Ooh, unfortunately.
Not today, friends. Not on my doorstep.
Oh, shoot.
The forbidden child has been claimed. How long did you think that secret would keep? It's a pleasure to meet you, son
Eyelashes
of Poseidon.
stuck together.
I'm Medusa.
Nice to meet you, Medusa. Or not. Damn, she's just a baker? Big fan of pastries in this household?
You think it's safe to eat?
Percy, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really hungry, and I'm ready to take that chance.
He's like, I don't care if it's not safe. I'm gonna eat it.
So you're not a monster. What are you then?
A survivor.
You must be a little more than that.
What my mother did to you wasn't a gift. It was a curse.
You love her?
Of course I do.
And so did I. So did I.
In what way?
Athena was everything to me. I worshipped her. I prayed to her. I made offerings.
Smooched in the nighttime? Oh, never mind.
But then one day, another god came and he broke that silence. Your father. The sea god told me that he loved me.
Ooh.
But then Athena declared that I had embarrassed her and I needed to be punished. Not him. Me.
Damn.
She decided that I would never be seen again by anyone who would live to tell the tale.
That isn't what happened. My
Bitch,
mother is just.
What you talking about?
Always.
You don't get to decide what happened.
That is not what happened. And you are a liar.
Look who's the bully now, Annabeth. Yo, if this goes south, it's because Annabeth effed it. We could have been chill.
Your mother and I, we're like sisters in a way. Targeted by the same monster. So I find myself feeling protective of you.
Targeted of the same monster, your father. Poseidon.
I could help you remove them from the equation so that you can be free of them.
No.
If you ask me to.
It's a kind offer, but no. Heyo. Heyo, put that hat back on. Yo, there's probably hella statues down there. Why would you hide down here? Okay, that's rad as hell. Reminds me of National Treasure. Yeah, I don't know why you would want to come down here. Damn, girl, you thick as hell.
When I ship your statues to Olympus,
You're,
maybe that will get my point across even better.
You're, in the flesh. Don't look.
Now!
Did you cut off a snack? Or did you cut off her head? Ain't no way.
Want me to take it from here?
You cut off her head? Damn. Well, 2 monsters down. Let's go.
You use the head to get rid of Electo?
Yeah.
Good. That was the right move.
What happened to Medusa's body? Is it still invisible?
You could have saved your mother. That's what she said to you, like you discussed it already. Is your mother still alive?
She's with Hades. But I appreciate your concern.
Guys, just please stop.
You should have accepted my offer? What's that about?
Yeah, you can't
And why do we
keep
have to hear it
secrets
from
and then be
Electo?
mad
Enough.
about him keeping secrets. You're being a hypocrite.
Really? His mom's alive. Can you imagine how confusing that must be for him? Feeling like he may have to choose between the fate of the world and the fate of the only person who's ever cared about him.
Why are you talking like this?
Because you're both being inconsiderate.
You've been fighting with her. You've been fighting with me.
Because the Oracle said one of you would betray me. Okay? You shall be betrayed by one who calls you a friend, and you shall fail to save what matters most in the end. I chose her because I couldn't imagine we'd ever be friends.
Ooh, damn.
And now I'm feeling so alone. I don't know what to think or who to trust.
You didn't choose to be demigods. We didn't choose this quest.
But you can choose to be friends.
Hermes Express. She ships these things all over. Some of it goes to Olympus.
Percy, you can't ship Medusa's head to Olympus.
Why not? Send it. See what happens. Fuck the gods.
They will see this as impertinent.
I am impertinent.
Yes, but we're not.
Really, very not. Look,
He will be now.
it seems kind of like tribute or something, doesn't it? And besides,
Sure.
this way, part of your mom's still with us.
It's got some blood on it. You might want to clean that.
There are actual dangers involved here that cannot be.
Sing this song. Yeah.
You're gonna sing the song.
Sing
aren't
that cringy ass song.
Oh, golly, the road's getting
Whatever.
bumpy. Consensus.
I'm glad they cut that off. Oh, of course, Olympus, you have to go through the Empire State Building. That makes sense. Floor 600. To the gods. With best wishes, Percy Jackson. Lin-Manuel? He's just a delivery man.
Mount Olympus Causeway.
You guys are not gonna believe this.
Wow. What a interesting, fun episode. Okay, another solid episode. We are moving quick. Like we have met and dispatched Medusa in the span of like one episode, which crazy. Was not expecting that at all. Yeah, we had a dysfunctional group for sure. So we start off with Percy talking to this oracle, which for some reason takes the form of his crappy, like, not stepdad, but like, what's his name? I forgot the guy's name, who lives in Percy's house with his mom. For some reason, the oracle takes the shape of him to let him know, hey, like, you got a quest to do. Also, you're going to be betrayed. And so on this quest, Percy is very not trusting of both Grover and Annabeth, right? Because he's like, I'm choosing her because I will never be friends with her. She sucks. Like, we are not going to be friends ever in my life. So I'm picking her, and then maybe I trust Grover to be on my side. Or if Grover's the one that betrays me, I can easily beat him up. Like, easily overpower him. He is a weak little baby boy. So he picks them, but he's still, like, untrustworthy. He's like, why are you going to make decisions? Annabeth is very... I don't want to say she's unenjoyable the first couple episodes so far, but she is very opinionated and very, like... she's making all the decisions and not being very gracious about anything to either of them, which is, like, you know, fair. I mean, she sees however many steps ahead. She probably knows what the best path forward probably is, right? Like, if they strictly followed her plan the whole time, they might get the job done, right? I mean, they have the odds stacked against them. I don't even know if, like, if she did everything right, I don't even think they would complete the quest. Like, you have to do some things wrong to complete this quest. That's the only way it's gonna work. But yeah, she was being very unenjoyable for the first part of this episode. But to be fair, she's with Percy, who's, like, not trusting her, not wanting to, like, listen to what she has to say, being somewhat rude about her dead friend who's now a tree. Right? Like, she doesn't have a whole lot of reason to trust Percy other than the fact that, like, he's been the one chosen for the quest, right? She knows that he's, you know, the person that was picked, but she also is like, I'm the most capable. Like, she also believes she's the most capable, and she also probably believes, like, if there were a big 3 child that should be here and should be alive, it shouldn't be him. It should be Thalia, right? Her old friend, who was apparently, like, the goat of all forbidden kids. You know, she's probably thinking it should be Thalia. Like, there's probably a little bit of bitterness there. There's like, why the frick is this kid here? Why did he live? You know, Grover was both of our protectors. Why did this kid live and my friend didn't? And so there's probably hints of that in there, and it just is, you know, a recipe for a very dysfunctional environment. And then these Furies come, and they're trying to, you know, turn them against each other, and they have to leave the bus. Like, that doesn't go well. They only made it to Trenton, New Jersey. Like, just struggling, and they're supposed to get to Los Angeles. Good luck. Like, you guys are gonna need to get on another bus soon. Like, trot your asses back to that bus stop and get another bus, because you're not making it to Los Angeles on foot in under a week. Like, see ya. It'll take 2.5, 3 days by car to get from New York to, or even from New Jersey to Los Angeles. Like, well, that's if you stop. That's if you stop along the way, maybe sleep overnight, you know. If you drove straight through, you could probably make a day and a half, but on foot, you're never getting there. Like, good luck. You need, like, teleportation services. I don't know. But they wander into Medusa's lair, and I like how her story kind of tied into their own stories, right? Like, Percy says he's been told her story by his mom, and she isn't quite what they think she is. And that also kind of applies to each other. Like, they all had preconceived notions of each other, and none of them are quite what the other believed. But yeah, I mean, she seemed nice at first, right? Like, I mean, she's obviously a very jaded individual. She's had centuries upon centuries and eons, or however long she's been alive, of people considering her a monster. And so she probably assumes, rightfully, as soon as she's slighted, that, like, okay, all right, this is what this is. Like, I've seen it enough times. I recognize the pattern. Let's turn these kids to stone. Like, she's just not gonna deal with it. And, you know, she talks to Percy. She's like, hey, well, actually, first she talks to Annabeth, and Annabeth is like, my mom. Annabeth is essentially like, my mom is always just and always right, and it was a good decision to turn, like, to curse you, right? Which sucks. You know, Medusa is straight up just like, I was you. Like, all the stuff you're doing now, the blind loyalty you have to your mother, I had all that. And then this boy's dad made me feel special, and I, you know, flirted with that for a little bit, and as a result, I am now cursed forever so that no one can see me. And it's like, that is heartbreaking. That's tough. That's so tough. Like, she's a victim in this situation. The gods above her, you know, did what they wanted based on their own personal desires and didn't think that she mattered enough to, like, care about, right? Until she chose to go another way. And then just because they felt personally slighted, they're all like, I'm gonna ruin your life. Because the gods of Olympus just do that. They suck. They're the worst. It shows she's a victim. She's definitely a victim. And then she talks to Percy, and she's like, I can relate to your mother. If you want to save her, I can help you. Like, I can get them out of the way, because they're gonna get in the way. And Percy, I feel like Percy could have been like, I appreciate the offer, but no thanks. Like, I don't know if Percy handled that the best way. Because him just, like, straight up disappearing from that room is not a good sign for her. Like, she might be like, oh, okay, so he's my enemy. Got it. So for him to just, like, bail, I don't know if that was the smartest, right? He could have been like, that's a very kind offer, but I'm good. Like, I think I'm going to stick with them. Turns out, I mean, she probably was slightly more villainous than even Percy's mom suggested, right? Like, even the story has been told from his mother. Not quite accurate, right? I mean, maybe at first she was a victim, but I think maybe over time she's allowed, you know, the mentality to get to her, right? Like, if they're gonna see her as a monster, might as well be one. And she's obviously trapped many individuals in that basement, right? Lots of hikers. Lots and lots of hikers. There's a cop. Uncle Ferdinand's down there. Like, a lot of people. They end up killing her, which they didn't even do it in as fun a way as last time. You know, this way makes sense, right? Put the cap of invisibility on her head so you can't see her eyes, and then cut her head off. That makes sense. I just think it's so fun that in the movie they used an iPod to turn, like, they used an iPod to stop her and then cut her head off. Like, that's incredible. And then he just so casually goes and kills that Fury, like, clutch. And now they shipped her head to the gods, and that could be viewed one of two ways, right? It could be viewed as you know, a tribute, like Percy is saying, where they're like, oh my god, yeah, totally, like, this sucky person, you killed her and you know, sent her head as tribute. Fantastic. Or it might be seen as like, hey, I'm sending a bomb. Like, I'm sending something that can kill whoever opens this. I wonder who's gonna open it. That's dangerous. What if Zeus opened it? Is Zeus gonna turn to stone? Or would he be too powerful? I don't know. Maybe Athena opens it and she turns to stone. The consequences of this action could be disastrous. and I'm very curious to see what happens. But then we meet Hermes, which I believe that was Hermes, played by Lin-Manuel Miranda. I very much enjoy him. There's a weird like sect of the internet that doesn't like him because a lot of some of the songs and stuff he writes can be very similar in tone, and he's got his own sense of humor that is like kind of quirky and somewhat like not cringy, but like I don't know. I think he's great. He wrote Hamilton and he played Hamilton, and I think he's fantastic. He was also in what's it called? It's not called The Golden Compass. It's the show based on The Golden Compass. Why can't I think of the name? I don't know. He was in that. And he was pretty good in that. He was friends with a bear, I think. But I think he's great. In this, he's apparently just like a FedEx guy. He just mails boxes. Is that Hermes' whole job now? Is just like, I mean, Hermes, in Greek mythology, was he like a courier? Like I forgot exactly what he did, but that's like his job now as a courier. And he brings this box to Olympus, which is apparently you have to go through the Empire State Building to get there. And we're going to see what happens. Next episode, they're going to fight a dog. I think the Chimera. And I think they make it to, I think it looked like St. Louis, like the arch, because we see the arch in the credits. So I think next episode they might make it to St. Louis somehow, from New Jersey to St. Louis. Bro, if they're not taking a bus or a train or something, they're not making it that far on foot by the time the quest ends. Like, the week is done, guys. Like, you need to speed it up for sure. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. So far, I'm really enjoying the show. But I am very curious to see what you guys think down in the comments below. Leave all of your opinions, no matter how dumb they are. If you think you got an inconsequential opinion, post it in my comments. I need the help. The algorithm has not been blessing me lately, and I need it to. But, yeah, any opinion you have, leave it in the comments. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full-length reaction, consider checking out my Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. Or consider joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.